Hello PG students. Let's begin with 5 kingdom classification system. Now scientists, they have been trying to classify living organism in various ways for centuries. Also, in fact, Aristotle classified living organisms on the basis whether they lived on land, water or air. Okay? But biologists wanted a broader system of classifying living organisms. Hence came the 5 kingdom classification. Let's see. Now very early, scientists began grouping the living organism under different categories. Some biologists classified organisms into plants and animals. Ernst Haeckel, Robert Whittaker, and Carl Woese are some biologists who attempted a broader system of classification. Among this, the 5 kingdom classification proposed by Robert Whittaker stood out and is widely used. Now, based on certain criteria or characters like structure of the cell, mode of nutrition, the source of nutrition or the interrelationship, body organization and reproduction, Whittaker proposed that organisms should be broadly divided into kingdoms. Now, according to the system, 5 kingdoms are Kingdom Monera, Kingdom Protista, Kingdom Fungi, Kingdom Animalia, Kingdom Plantae. Fine. Now, kingdoms, they are divided into subgroups at various levels. So the hierarchy of classification will be, you can see in this image, life, domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Fine. Now, the classification of kingdom separate from animals and plants was first proposed by John Hocke in 1860s as the Kingdom Protista in 1866. Ernst Haeckel also proposed a third kingdom, Protista, as the kingdom of primitive forms. Now originally this also included prokaryotes, but with time these would be removed to a fourth kingdom, Monera. Okay, in the popular 5 kingdom scheme proposed by Robert Whittaker in 1969, we can see over here the 5 kingdom classification. I hope the letters are clear to you. Now we'll see their features one by one. Kingdom Monera. Now, Taxon Monera was first proposed as a phylum by Ernst Haeckel in 1866. Okay. Now subsequently, the phylum was elevated to the rank of kingdom in 1925 by Édouard Chutton. Okay. These organisms are prokaryotic and unicellular. They do not have a well-defined nucleus and also lack cell organelles. Some organisms show the presence of cell wall, while there are others without a cell wall. Now, consequently, some organisms are autotrophic and others are heterotrophic. Understood? Now, examples: bacteria, cyanobacteria and mycoplasma. Fine. Next, Kingdom Protista. Protista was defined as eukaryotic organisms which are unicellular or unicellular-colonial and which form no tissues. Okay. Organisms grouped under Kingdom Protista are all unicellular. Okay. These are simplest forms of eukaryotes that exhibit either autotrophic or heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Some organisms, they have appendages such as cilia, flagella or pseudopodia to move around. Now some of the examples are diatoms, protozoans like amoeba or paramecium. Okay. Kingdom fungi. Member of the group of eukaryotic organism that includes microorganisms such as yeast, molds, as well as the more familiar mushrooms. Heterophilic, multicellular and eukaryotic organisms are grouped under Kingdom fungi. Okay. Their mode of nutrition is saprophytic as they use decaying organic matters as food. They have cell walls which are made up of a substance called chitin. Fungi also form a symbiotic association with some blue-green algae. Fine. Fungi are heterotrophs. They acquire their food by absorbing dissolved molecules, typically by secreting digestive enzymes into the environment. Understood? Fungi do not photosynthesize. Growth is their means of mobility, except for spores, a few of which are flagellated, which may travel through the air or water. Fungi are the principal decomposers in ecological system. Examples: yeast, mushroom, aspergillus. Okay. Kingdom Plantae. Now, plants are mainly multicellular organisms, predominantly photosynthetic eukaryotes of the Kingdom Plantae. Historically, plants were treated as one of two kingdoms, including all living things that were not animals, and all algae and fungi were treated as plants. Now, however, all current definitions of Plantae exclude the fungi and some algae, as well as the prokaryotes like archaea and bacteria. Okay, you will understand this as we go further. Now, these are eukaryotic multicellular organism with a cell wall that is made up of cellulose. They are autotrophs and synthesize their own food through the process of photosynthesis. This kingdom includes all plants. Based on the body differentiation and presence or absence of specialized vascular tissue, Kingdom Plantae is divided into different divisions like Thallophyta, Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, Gymnosperms and Angiosperms. Examples: Spirogyra, ferns, pines and mango plant. Yeah, there are many actually. Now, moving ahead, Kingdom Animalia. Animals, they are also called as metazoa, are multicellular eukaryotic organisms that form the biological kingdom Animalia. With few exceptions, animals consume organic material, they breathe oxygen and are able to move and can reproduce sexually and grow from a hollow sphere of cells, the blastula. Okay? During embryonic development. Fine, understood. Now, over 1.5 million living animal species have been described, of which around 1 million are insects. But it has been estimated there are over 7 million animal species in total. Animals range in length from 8.5 micrometers to 33.6 meters. Okay? Now they have complex interaction with each other and their environments, forming intricate food webs. The Kingdom Animalia includes humans, but in colloquial use, the term animal often refers only to non-human animals. Okay, the scientific study of animals is known as zoology. You all know that. Now, as I told you, this kingdom includes organisms that are multicellular, eukaryotic, without the presence of cell wall. They have a heterotrophic mode of nutrition. They also exhibit great diversity. Some organisms are simple, while others have a complex body with specialized tissue differentiation and body organs. The animal kingdom is divided into many phyla and classes. Some of the phyla are Porifera, Colentrata, Arthropod, Echinodermata, Chordata, etc. Now examples: Hydra, starfish, earthworms, monkeys, birds. Fine. So this was a short look at the kingdom, 5 kingdoms. Okay. Now let's see advantages and disadvantages of 5 kingdom classification system. Advantages: it is largely the most accepted system of modern classification, mainly because of the phylogenetic placing of different groups of living organisms. Next, separation of prokaryotes into an independent kingdom. It is because they differ from all other organisms in their general organization. Third, grouping of all unicellular eukaryotes under the Kingdom Protista has solved many problems, particularly related to the position of an organism like Euglena. Okay. Classifying fungi in separate groups due to its distinguishing features add a convenience for studying. Next is the kingdoms Metaphyta, Metazoa are now more homogeneous groups than they were in the 2 kingdom classification, as it shows the phylogeny of different lifestyles. And last, the 5 kingdom classification gives a clear indication of cellular organization and modes of nutrition, the characters which appeared very early in the evolution of life. Let's see disadvantages. Slime molds differ totally from other members of Protista in their general organization. Viruses have not given proper place in this system of classification, and unicellular green algae like Volvox and Chlamydomonas have not been included under Protista because of their resemblance to other green algae. Fine. Now, here are some questions you have to solve so that your concepts are clear. Okay. I want you students to attempt all questions and submit me your answers through Google Classroom. And this is because that I want you all to increase your literature survey also. I want you to read more and more. Okay. And a link will be shared on our WhatsApp group. Fine. So these are the 4 questions. Please do attempt, guys. Okay. If you have any doubts, please do ask me. Any doubts? Okay. Thank you.